Star Platinum, thank you for the 5 as well. Did you see Neil Druckmann isn't coming back for the season 3 of The Last of Us on HBO? They posted it on the Naughty Dog Twitter. Oh, I saw this. I already had it pulled up. Yes, my friend. What he said was, quote, "To our Naughty Dog community, we wanted to let you know that studio head Neil Druckmann delivered the following message to our team this morning. Quote, I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO. With work completed on season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects, including writing and directing our exciting next game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, along with my responsibilities as studio head and head of creative." Yes, co-creating the show has been a career highlight. It's been an honor to work alongside Craig Mazin to executive produce, direct, and write on the last 2 seasons. I'm deeply thankful for the thoughtful approach and dedication and dedication the talented cast and crew took to adapting The Last of Us Part 1 and the continued adaptation of The Last of Us Part 2. He is stepping away, friends and family. Stepping away from the show. Now, personally, I'm okay with this. I feel like the show was already taking a pretty big nosedive, in my humble opinion. I think season 2 pretty clearly started to go into Craig's hands, and he took it in directions I don't think worked. I think their obsession with making Ellie more likable started to lose what made Ellie work in part 2, the times she did work, because I thought there were times where Ellie as a character didn't really work that well, but again, that's a very big topic for another time. But I think maybe Neil grew frustrated with the direction it was starting to go. Maybe Neil just realized he's spreading himself too thin. I don't know the exact specifics, but I do think it's like, for Naughty Dog as a game studio, it's best if the people running the studio are there. Just is. I think this probably suggests that season 3 of the show is going to take an even bigger nosedive, would be my guess. Because season 2, the episodes that Neil worked on were pretty solid. The episodes that everybody else worked on were kind of a dumpster fire, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I mean, season 3 being pretty much entirely focused on Abby, I don't think that's going to work. Like, I just don't think I think viewership is going to plummet because it's going to feel like a different show. They'll do some flashbacks and stuff, but probably not much with Pedro Pascal, if anything. Bella will be there occasionally, I'm sure, for some comparison shots and things, but it's going to be pretty much the Abby season. And I just think it's going to feel like a totally different show, and probably not for the best. I think people are going to be like, wait, I thought this was The Last of Us, but why is this a different character? Like, people are just going to mentally check out, I think. And we already saw that the viewership for the finale was down like 50% or something from the season 1 finale. It's because people are already starting to like fall off of it pretty significantly. So I think that this is probably best for Naughty Dog as a studio. I think it also signifies that the Intergalactic Heretic Prophet, I think that project is approaching like the later stages. I think they're getting to the point where they're probably in like the last 18 months to 2 years, and they're like, okay, we really need to like hunker down and focus. We need to really put all hands on deck and really dive deep into it and get it across the finish line. And so I think this is going to be good for Naughty Dog, good for Intergalactic, and we'll see from there. And it also will mean, you know, if Intergalactic sucks, we'll all know why. You know, if it's really good, we also kind of have to acknowledge why it seems really good, you know, and the people responsible for it. You know, giving credit where it's due is a double-edged sword for sure. I am just excited for when they finally show like some actual gameplay and like a real trailer that we can work with. Because like the cutscenes are fine, but this could have been a Concord cinematic trailer for all I care. Like it just doesn't tell me much of anything about the video game in question. So I just don't think it's a very effective trailer. The game could be amazing, but I just don't think this is a very good trailer to excite me for that. The most exciting bit is this at the very, very end. This seems interesting. I'm intrigued by this, but this is like a tiny sliver of what the trailer actually is. So I'm excited to see more of what the game will actually be. especially hearing that a lot of their inspirations are like from Elden Ring. That's what Neil said. A lot of his inspirations coming from is stuff like that. He wants to look for like asynchronous storytelling. He wants to explore like storytelling that's not just done through cutscenes. He wants to explore things done in a more open-ended fashion, player-driven fashion. So we'll see. It's clearly a Souls-like. Maybe I'm getting the vibe it may end up playing closer to like Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That's the impression I'm getting. But it, I mean, he said he also has taken a lot of inspiration from Elden Ring, you know, and the people that have worked on this, there's been people that have worked on this and are no longer working on it, who got like a bigger job somewhere else, you know, with more pay. They were like, no, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be sick. So we'll see. Oh, sir, it was a joke, by the way. You never know, man. You never know. I mean, the fact they're saying it's Elden Ring inspired is like, it should at least give you something to work with. You know, it's going to flop. I mean, no, I don't think so. No, flop has a definition. Flop means something. And even games that are not amazing, but from well-established studios with a lot of like respect and marketing power behind them, they still perform decently. Okay. Flop means something. And for something like this to flop is very, 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 very unlikely.